We're back with another tiny build today, and we're also in a world that we have already built a tiny home in, but I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I wanted to build a tiny little like ramen or noodle bar in the kind of Tokyo-esque style with lots of like extra details here and there, signs up on the wall, neon lights, that kind of vibe. So that is what we're going to be doing. We're joined by little Daisy down there. She is no longer in heat, so we've been able to take her pants off. I mean, just seeing a dog in a pair of pants with a little tail hole and stuff poking through it, it's hilarious. But for 10 days, I felt so sorry for her. I really did. So she's back to being her normal, cheeky little self. And she's going to have a little nap while we continue on with this build. So let's flop on over and make a bloody start. And so here we are, my darlings, in the world of Mount Komorebi on a 20 by 15 lot. I just got inspired with this. I was like, I want to build a tiny home, but I want it to be a little bit different. And then something popped in my head and said, we're just going to build a tiny little apartment above a noodle bar down below. And I've got a reference image that's going to pop up on the screen right now. And I just love the style of this. I almost love that brick. So I would wonder if that was maybe 60s, 70s brick. I'm unsure with that. Maybe even, yeah, maybe 70s. Could be 80s. Could be as later as that. But I kind of like the traditional sort of look underneath of it compared to the kind of sort of semi-modern or slightly brutalist above. I don't know. I just love the like contrasting sort of vibes with that. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do today. Yes, we bloody are indeed. So let's make a bloody start, shall we? Anyway, how are you? Happy Friday. The weekend, my loves, is upon us. And we are going to have a lovely time, whatever you get up to. I hope you have a marvellous time. So I've pulled out a few little things here that I thought kind of like fit in with the aesthetic, with the lanterns and stuff that's hanging down. And we're going to go down that kind of route, I think. So let's crack on. Let's crack on indeed. It's going to be a very simple shape. I think we're going to do maybe what about if we did a 4 by 6 underneath for the actual noodle bar itself? But then above it, why don't we cantilever the edge slightly? I don't really like that. No, I think it needs to be just a real simple cube, maybe. Well, we've got to 60 and we've still got 4 tiles. I might use those 4 tiles for maybe some kind of sort of walkway up here to get access up into the apartment, or even off to the side. No, we'll definitely do it around here because I want to open this area out, I think. And I got to 60 tiles by doing a 6 by 5 cube, really. Some people always think you have to do these really fancy sort of wall shapes to get something interesting. You really don't. If you keep it simple, it tends to look a lot more realistic, in my opinion. And that is what we're going to go ahead and do today. I thought this was kind of similar to the texture that was on the kind of traditional area. And this brick is almost identical. I absolutely think that is perfect up there. Imagine this with like signs and stuff hanging down. And I looked through a lot of the windows to try and get something similar. And there wasn't really anything that similar, to be honest with you. I even thought about using these windows from high school and putting them side by side. So maybe we'll do that. I prefer the look of this. If we can put it on the corner. Now it says the gameplay object can't function here, but that's just because they can't climb out the window. I'm not bothered about that. I think it might work. I do need to get a sign around here though. So maybe, in fact, what I'm going to do is pull this one back to here instead. This is going to be a very much studio apartment as well. Everything's going to be open apart from the bathroom. We're going to shut the bathroom away. Now, my thoughts here were to open this whole corner out. Let's get down to this level. Take you away and maybe 4 there. And I'm going to do a half wall here, I think. Let me see what that's going to look like. Is that the right height for a counter? Because I want to put some counters around here so we can put some bar stools outside. Definitely want to do some kind of ceiling in here. But we'll figure out the flooring again a bit later. So I'm going to put a trim on it. I think what I want to do is go a little bit darker with the trim. And then I kind of wanted you lower, but I think you would be okay. Probably going to have to overlap that. Oh no, I should have kept that wall in while we were doing this. Let me get that wall back and we'll get that half wall in once we figured out what we're doing here. Because I know this is probably going to glitch out slightly. And I mean, I could just go ahead and not overlap them so we don't have any issues with glitching. Yeah, something like that. I think that looks really nice. I think we can do that. Definitely need some kind of pillar or something here to just give it a bit of solidity. Yes, and I think we'll use this kind of darker column as well. I am going to darken down that trim that's going on the half wall there too. I'm holding out for a day when we get actual decent colour wall trims, to be honest. I really am. So I do need to find the perfect island to kind of wrap around here and have a little noodle bar moment. I think this is the best one. The base game kind of industrial vibe. Just because it doesn't have any like shelves or cupboards like underneath of it. I'm a bit worried about putting the corner piece on because I'm sure that's got... Oh, no, it hasn't. Oh, good. I was just about to say I'm sure that's got some kind of like shelving with detail on, but it does not at all. And there we go. Yeah, I like that. I do. I think that's a nice vibe, that. Yes, indeed. And I would love to hang these lanterns all underneath of it. I know they've got a string version and stuff, but this one is very similar to the kind of one in the reference image. So what we're going to do is just put them into place first. They don't hang where I want them to. So I think what I'm going to do is move them down with the tool mod once I've got them into the position I need them in. And there we go. They all seem to be notched up. So with that being said, let's move these down just slightly with the tool mod. Gorgeous. Okay. Now, I've thought against putting the entrance here. I think what I'm going to do... No, I'm not. I'm going to put the entrance here. I'm going to put the entrance door here because in turn what I can do is then put this piece in. So they've got somewhere to cook and stuff and you can see it happening. And then they've got this like walkway where they could come in and maybe order the food and then go out there and eat. Kind of like that vibe. I do. And I think maybe we could even fit a toilet in here as well. And I think what I will need to do now is just pull out multiple decoration pieces and also figure out what I want to do with the roof. So we're going to make a start on the roof first. And I think what I want to do is very simple. Let me see how tall you are. Yeah, do you know what? That might be the right way. Oh, yes, I think that's the vibe. It would be lovely if we could have some kind of access up to the roof area as well. So the studio apartment's got its own little bit of like a roof garden. That could be a good vibe. Made a mistake in making that a full room, so I've rectified it. We're back to 60 tiles. And I've left a gap here because I'm unsure at where I'm going to be putting in the ladder yet. I think the ladder is going to be the only way I could get something there because I'm going to be doing a staircase here. I don't really want to try and squeeze in another staircase there. So a ladder is what we're going to be doing. Now, I want 4 tiles, please. So can we come down here and see how many we can get here? We can get 4 there. Unless I did like 4 there, and that could be the toilet for the downstairs. And then we can put a staircase going up this way. So rather than a half wall, I've done this fence. I've done this fence and I've done a bit of an industrial sort of staircase. Used this door here from university. Just because it's got a spy hole and stuff on it. I think that could be kind of a nice vibe. And I think I'm happy with that. I do like that little area. I've decided on making the apartment a little bit run down. I'm going to go for a little bit of a rundown vibe in here as well, just for something a little bit different. So it's still going to be very nice and compact and like lots of little trinkety bits and whatnot, but I do want to make it slightly run down. Maybe a student or something lives here, that kind of vibe. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we're back to the front now. I'm going to pull out all of the bits and stuff that we're going to need to decorate this place up, including the door here. I'm also going to fill up this lot with some shells, I think, from Debug, just to make this lot look a little bit more compact and in together. So I'll pull out maybe some of them too, and we'll make a bloody start. So, first things first, what I did was moved the little build over into the corner, so we've got a bit more free kind of like play here with the shelves that I'm going to use. Look how cute they are when they're tiny. Oh, very cute indeed. So, and I've pulled out, you can see what I've pulled out, a variety of gorgeous, gorgeous things. Now, I'm a bit worried about the sign. I have not played with this yet because of those windows. I'm just a little bit apprehensive that it's not going to fit in great. I think what I... Oh no, it kind of cuts off a bit too much of the lettering and the design. So what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. I don't mind cutting off that... Oh, for goodness sake, it's not going to allow me to go over in the corner. I'll move it down with the tool mod. I did have to move them down a little bit more than I wanted, but I think that could work because what I'm going to do is raise these windows up. They're a bit low anyway in the apartment, so if I can just, I need to use the 9 key for these, that's why I did it. So if I'm going to raise these windows up, yeah, just like that. I think that looks okay. And I like that signage. It is slightly creeping through at the bottom here, but I'm going to forgive it. In fact, what I could do, I've had an idea. I could put in a little bit of a spandrel, couldn't we? And that will kind of like help it. Yes, it will. Oh, yes, it will. Oh, doesn't it ever? And I'm very much for that indeed. Yeah, yeah, that's better. I'm glad that we did that. We did that as a team. Well done, team. Right, and I had a sign here that I wanted to use. I think I want to use this one here. I'm going to size you down. Flop you into this position here like this. Yeah, I do want to use a noodle sign then, so I'm wondering whether to put the noodle sign there instead. I managed to get it on there with the 9 key, and it does disappear once you go down as well, which is good, which is what I want. I don't want floating pieces, so I'm happy with that. Yes, I am indeed. Okay, well, we're going to move on to more trinkety bits. First off, let's get in a door. I'm going to use this door here for the entrance to the noodle bar itself. Flop it around to that position. Now, there is another kind of like awning on the reference image. I think it's maybe to like protect that lantern or something. I don't know what it is there, but we're going to use it. We're going to try and use that as reference. And I could use the same kind of like style as well. Oh, it does look a little bit weird. What if I just put it lower? Oh, lower looks better. Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. Oh, good. Good, I wanted that. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm thriving. Can we get in? Well, let me see the grid space here. Oh, I think we could. I think. Oh, no, it won't go any shorter, will it? Damn. But I do have these. So rather than using the column, I'm going to use these here. And maybe... do you know where I could put them? There. Would that look weird? Let's have a look. I just want a little bit of extra detail. I kind of like that. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I don't mind them creeping up through the top either. I'm fine with that. And I did pull out a lovely little lantern, this one. And I think I'm going to put the lantern just off to the side of it here, with maybe some kind of like electricity box underneath of it, just to make it look a little bit more city-ish. I'm going to use this one here from the Batu pack. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Maybe with like a plant there as well would be nice. I'm kind of looking at my reference image just to get a little idea here and there. I think that will be fine. I want to get these street signs up as well. So I'm going to plop a street sign there. Move you just a little bit more over this way, my darling. And you can go there. I'm going to flop you above it. And I'm also going to do a security camera, because I've seen one in the reference image on the corner. I'm going to flop one of those there. And I think I'm going to do another one on the other side, like around here. I think that's enough on the front. I don't want to go too busy with it. I do want some more like A-board signage out here as well, and some bar stools as soon as we've got them in. I want to get some crates out the front here, and I also want to get some kind of drainage. So I'm going to do a little drain pipe over on this side. I'm going to flop you up to there. Have you not fixed that yet? I hate that you've got to manually move this one here so it fits in properly. All those little things. I know it's not a big thing, but it is when you're a builder, you know, and you've got to just find another workaround to make something work in a game that costs £1,000. Just saying. Okay, and then I'm gonna put these pipes over on this side here, I think. Oh, I like that. And then what I can do is put in a little drain over on this side here. Put them all in there like that. Is that in far enough? No, it's not. It's floating away. Look. Beautiful. It's making me want to darken down this wood. Wonder if we can have a bit more of a flatter, darker moment rather than the lighter one that we've got. Oh, I kind of prefer that, loves. Let me see. Oh, I do. Oh, much better. Oh, yes. So, I've pulled out these big buggery things. I would love some wires. Like, do you know what I mean? With the wires like hanging everywhere? Because that's what you see a lot of in Japan, from my understanding. I would love to see some. I would love to see some and debug even, you know, but we don't have them. So we're just going to have to make do with these and pretend that there's wires hanging down. Yes, that's a vibe. That is a vibe if I've ever seen a vibe. And I've seen loads of vibes and that vibe. Signage, I'm going to pop you right on the corner here. Yeah, that's nice. Well, it's a sign, but you know, it's gorgeous. Don't really need these other ones, but I'm going to keep them out just in case because I want to get these shelves in now. Yeah, I think I want to do that. And we can decorate this space here up with some signage. That'd be nice. And then this one here, I just put over the top, like I just completely blocked that side out. So it just looked like there was a shop over on this side here as well. Oh, those wires kind of connected through then. Oh, that looks very good. Apart from the roof line there, but so what we can do here is just decorate this space up a little bit more. The shell itself, if I can plop you into there. I did want a bike on this lot, like a little bike just leant up against a wall. Oh yes, that's perfect. Again with you, could you go here somewhere? Maybe you could go on the side here actually. I can flop you over onto the side there. Yes, that's very nice. And maybe some more pipage. I can just plop you up on that big wall space there. Oh, yes. Signs. There's signs everywhere. I'm going to plop this one here. I might do a little collection of them all together, actually. This one here I'm going to get rid of. I don't want that. And I'm going to do like 2 like there and there like that. Oh, there. That's brought that to life. That has. Oh, and it even looks cute at night, all lit up. Look. Oh, vibing with it indeed. So I want to pull out a few more little bits for here for the front entrance area. And I also want to get in some bar stools. We've got a few trinkety bits here. What we're going to start with first, I want to make this just look a little bit more run down at the top here. Can I size that up without it looking too much? Oh, it kind of like goes off of it, doesn't it? Okay, well, no is the answer to that. I can flop you to there then. And then do the kind of cascading one. I could do them around here too. There are very many of these. I love them. I kind of wish we had a separate, like, folder or area to go and get just the decals from, because I just find this all a bit too much now. I think we've got way too much in the picture category when a lot of them aren't pictures. I think they need to do that. I think they need to implement that, or even a modder out there, a very creative modder. Maybe they could do that as well. Wink, wink. I'm looking at you, Twisted Mexi. And these are the bar stools we're going to use, the ones from Snowy Escape. I just thought they were very fitting. They look the part. And I like how the wood matches in with everything. Oh, yes, I'm vibing with that. I really am. I'm going to use... Oh, in fact, what I'm going to do is pop this in first. And this is going to be... Can you hear Daisy snoring? I promise that wasn't me farting. There was a few videos back where people thought I farted in a video. How very dare you, first off? I do not fart, I'm gay. Secondly, I would totally admit if I farted. Which defeats the object of me saying I don't fart, but we're all human, we all fart, but I promise I would never fart on a video. I might have cut out a few here and there, but you'll never see one in the video. Well, you can't see farts, can you? Well, you can. I've seen a video of somebody with like a heat source camera, and they filmed someone farting. And I'm a child, and I found it hilarious. So, there we go. There we go, my darlings. You're welcome. Yeah, that's nice. And I also pulled out these here. They kind of got utensils in. We can pretend it's chopsticks. Maybe with some soy sauce and honey and stuff in there. I like it. I'm getting the vibe here. But you see how interesting you can just make a cube and make it look, well, as realistic as it can in The Sims. You know, I'm vibing. Absolutely vibing with how that looks there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to move on to this part here. So the back of the apartment. So really simply back here, I'm going to use this bin here as the kind of household bin. Just because it kind of matches in with the lot itself. And it's usable, you know. 2 in 1, darlings. I've also done a floor plan for the little upstairs apartment. It is a little bit weird that you've got to kind of walk through the toilet to get into the bathroom. Well, maybe not in some houses. But I didn't want to put the toilet in here because it's kind of got the window. I wanted the bathroom to have the window itself. So that's why I did that. And yeah, anyway. So we're going to be doing a kind of genkan here, a little area to take your shoes off. And then a kitchenette coming around this way with maybe a little bit of dining space. And then just to make it a little bit more interesting, I've kind of rose up the platform for the kind of bedroom living area space. I'm unsure on what I'm going to be using here yet. I think I'm going to go down the route of just having a single bed. But even a Murphy bed or something. But I want it to be a little bit more run down. And the Murphy beds that we've got just don't look that way. They look a little bit more kind of mid-century to modern, you know. So I'm not going to do that. And then into the noodle bar downstairs, I put some lighting in here. And I've also put like a fence over so it kind of separates off the noodle bar area. And I'm thinking about putting a door here as well. So we've got a kind of like exit door. So even the people down below who own the noodle bar can use this bin as well. Vibes, loves. And very simply here, what we're going to be doing is putting in a couple of extractors into this space here and also this space with some of those dripping details. These ones, I'm going to size them down though. Put one there and use the other one, size that one down twice and put that one on there just like that. Again, a little bit more rundown. I do need a little light out here. And I'm going to go for this one here in a brun. And I'm going to flop this just above the actual area itself like that. Gorgeous. Now, there isn't anywhere where I can get mail. So I'm going to do a mailbox. Now, this might not work because I am going to lift it. Oh, no. Well, they might not be able to get to that. But I am going to do a mailbox there. Yes, just like that. In that colour as well was fine. Had to change the colour of the door because I didn't realise that the grey door has that on it. And I was just like, that's not the vibe in here. So I've gone for that one instead. But I'm kind of happy with how that looks. I think that looks kind of realistic, to be honest with you. I also put in a window into the kind of noodle bar toilet. And I also put in a aircon unit going into the apartment above as well. So that's what we've been and gone and done. So I'm going to pull out all of the stuff that I want to use in this noodle bar area and the toilet. And we'll put it around together. So here we go. We've put a door in to go onto the outside. I'm going to put it in the other direction, actually. Just so it doesn't, so they can swing it open that way and then come out that way. Beautiful. And I've put a door into the toilet. I've also furnished the toilet. Now, I haven't separated this off perfectly. I tried putting a wall here and having a door there. That's the only place the door can go in this place because of where the door is here. And I couldn't do it. Nothing would work. I even tried curtains there. It looked shit. So that's what I've done. And we're just going to have to deal with it. I'm going to put in a couple of tables in here. I did say I wanted a little area where they could eat indoors as well, just in case it was raining. I did do 2 of these, but I've got rid of the other one. So I'm going to flop this one back in again. There and there like that. And pull this one a little bit closer to there. So we've got space for that door to swing open there. In fact, I'm going to move this a little bit further in like that. And do that to there like that. Beautiful. What else did I do in this little area? We hung up some beautiful little things from Snowy Escape on the walls. One there, one there. And then I did that specials board up on that point there, like that. Gorgeous. And then I stuck a little plant in the corner here just for some decorative moments. And then we're into the actual kitchen area itself. I did this little kind of storage shelf unit there, ingredients and whatnot. A fridge, not using the best fridges. I wanted to have this area a little bit run down as well. You can see I've already, well, you can't because it's very subtle, but I've used some of those decals that just make it look a little bit damp around the edges here. So you can't really see them, but I know that they're there and that's all that matters. Right, can we get into the better situation, please? Thank you. And I'm going to flop another one there like that. I also used the ye old faithful anti-slip rug underneath of the chef station. I did a little bench in here as well, just in case it wasn't busy and the chef wanted to sit down for a while. Can't imagine that would happen because they are very busy, but I've put it in there for them anyhow. A little stack of ingredients and stuff. Did I have another little crate? I'm sure I did. Oh, where's that gone? I'm sure I had another little crate. That's probably going to show up. Oh, there it is. Just a couple of little like wine bits. Maybe not wine, maybe it could be soy sauce. That kind of like vibe, you know? So I'm going to flop you into there. Oh, I'm a bit worried. Let me put you back. I'm going to pop you to there instead. Because I need to get my bin in. And I'm unsure if it's going to work with that one. But I know it will work next to this one here. And we'll plop the bin into that orientation just by the fridge there. Stunning. And a little umbrella stand in case like patrons come in and they've got wet umbrella. They can flop that to there. I'm also going to do that same welcome mat and pop you into the interior as well. But yeah, vibing with that. That just feels a bit realistic to me. I've never been to Japan. It might not be, but in The Sims, I don't think we've done that badly. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Stunning. Well, the noodle bar is operating. Operational, shall I say. We're going to move on to the apartment. I think what I'm going to do is just bring everything out. It's such a small space. I'm going to bring absolutely everything out and we will flop it about together. We're ready to furnish this micro of microlist apartments. That was not a word, but it is now, you know? Moving on. Here we go. Sink, counter. Stunning. This one here, a little bit of a workspace going on so they can do a little bit of chopping or whatever they may wish. A fridge and kind of like, what do you call these? Electric oven space saver. I think that would work up there. I'm going to tuck it in as far as I can go. And then the bin itself, I'm going to actually shift right into that little area there. I'm kind of proud how this little space has came ahead and come into fruition, shall we say. I'm going to flop up this little shelf here, just above the oven there. It's got bowls and all sorts on there. I love that object. That came with full rent. But again, please don't buy that pack until it is fixed. It is very broken at the minute. Some hand sanitizer and hand wash up on this side. I did, however, have to change one thing and reduce the size of the platform. The stairs were taking up way too much room and nothing was fitting in here, and it was absolutely infuriating. I'm going for a bunk bed. Bunk bed are a good way to have space kind of savers in The Sims 4. So that is what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to use it here and put a desk underneath with like a streaming PC on it. I reckon the person that lives in here maybe works from home and does a bit of streaming in their free time, or even are just a streamer, you know. I don't know the storyline for them. I've not decided. A little bookcase I'm going to put in this space here, giving enough room here for the sim to be able to walk through quite easily. And we're going to do a sofa. We're going to bring the sofa into this corner here behind these blinds. So they have got themselves a sort of living area. It's very tiny, but I promise, I think it's a nice way of utilizing this space. So what I did was tucked in a single dining area into that spot there. And I'm going to maneuver this into this spot here. I might even bring that back just a tad. Now, I will play to test this, of course, but I'm sure the sim will be able to get through and use this quite easily. I could even bring the sofa back because I'm sure that blind doesn't even reach it there. So I'm going to bring that in just a tad more without clipping too much. But I'm sure, space-wise, the sim should be able to get behind there and use that and be able to watch a bit of TV then. Again, with this space here, I'm sure that flow-through will be perfect. The ladder's on this side. I think that area is going to work out quite nicely. Now, there are a few final details I want to put into this area, but we've got that in there for now. Now what I've done is the Gen Can area. So they need storage. It's a very small apartment, so I'm thinking about using this little area here where they could even put their shoes in, their cleaning products, any of that business, handheld vacuums, that kind of stuff. I'm going to use these shoes and put them here. I know I said you can put them in there, but I still wanted a little bit of detail out here as well. And we're going to use the everyday clutter pack to absolutely everyday clutter it right up. Few little bags there, a little shelving area to put your house keys and letters and stuff, and I thought a little coat rack would be perfect here too. I'm going to move you down one like that. Yes, see what I mean? Like a lovely little area, couple of welcome mats as well to wipe your feet on when you do come into this area. And I think again that flow through, obviously these doors would like open on each other, but you know, sometimes you've got to make sacrifices. And so there we are, a bathroom. Kept it really simple. Toilet, shower, a little sink. I will play and test this area, but I'm sure the sim can get through there to be able to get in to use the shower. A little mirror with storage. Again, storage is going to be very important in this place, so I kind of made that apparent. And I also did a few little final details in here. So a couple of plants, a lamp, a little Lindsay speaker, some knives up here. And I also went ahead and put up a little patio table and chairs up on the roof garden with some planters just to finish it off. And I think that is the vibe, loves. It very much is. And that, my loves, is our little micro noodle bar. I'm very much for it. I think this would be so cute when, and I'm going to say it, when we get packs where we're able to have multi-use lots. I think that would be. But there is a mod from Little Miss Sam, I think it's called. I think they're called, and you can do that, but I have not tried it yet. Maybe if you would like me to do something like that, maybe like test out some mods and stuff on the channel, then please let me know, because I've been looking at doing that. So maybe that could be one of the first ones we do. Anyway, lovely little noodle bar area. We have got a wraparound noodle bar seating all around the outside. A lovely little kitchen here with all of their little storage bits. It's got a lovely little fridge. We've got ourselves a very simple toilet and sink in this area here. I just think it's a nice vibe in here. I can imagine it being bustling, absolutely packed, because the noodles are the best. A bin. We come up to the little micro apartment above it. Let's go up the ladder first. Climbing up the ladder. Up to a little micro roof garden. How many times are we going to say micro in this part? Many, I would imagine. Into a very small little can sort of storage area. Well, it's got everything that you would need, hasn't it, really? Through this way, into a toilet, and then you come into the bathroom itself on this side. Okie dokie. And then you come into the main little micro apartment. So, books. It's got everything they're going to need. Their desk, their bed, their little living area. Again, I will play a test that to make sure it all works. Little dining area and their own little kitchenette moment that we've got going on there too. Oh, this was fun. I like this. Maybe we could even do some more multi kind of business residential lots. Make that a little part of this tiny home series that we're doing at the minute. Maybe we could have a little look at doing that too. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, my darlings. I'm going to be back on Wednesday this week or next week. Tuesday is the 1 year anniversary of when I lost Blue. And I just want to take that day for myself to be with Tom and not have to worry about anything, putting anything out on the channel and stuff. And just to remember my little man that I lost a year ago on Tuesday. So I know you won't mind. I just wanted to let you know in this video. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, my darlings. And I'll see you all again on Wednesday next week. Goodbye.